Welcome to the garage. Today, I'm going to be starting my tire carrier bumper retrofit. I say retrofit because I was having a hard time initially finding a tire carrier bumper for a 73 Jeep. And I knew I wanted one for this Jeep because, if you notice, it does not have the folding tailgate. I really wanted that folding down tailgate like you're supposed to have, right? This tire is actually hard mounted onto a piece of sheet metal that one of the previous owners had put in place of the tailgate. And so I'm retrofitting this bumper, and so I got one for a 76 CJ5. Should be similar enough, and I think I'll be able to retrofit it basically to the 73 without many issues. So I'm going to have to do this in a couple parts. For the first part here, I'm going to basically do all the prep work. I'm going to be removing the tire, obviously. This jerry can and the mount need to go. And then something I've mentioned in previous videos is these lights are going to have to change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same lights, I'm going to move them up here, and then this reverse light right here is going to be removed, and I have some flush mount lights that I'll place right there where the tail lights originally were. So let's get started by first removing the tire and this jerry can mount. So here's what I'm dealing with. I've got these, I don't know what they are, some sort of step, tow hook. These bolts are giving me a pain. And there was one over there, that one I got off. The bumper is actually welded on. No way to get down in there. I can't, you see, I can't even fit one finger in that crack there between the gas tank and the bumper here. And so I tried to come in from all sides. I can't get a socket in there to hold the bolt on the back side. So I can't get it off, right? I twisted the bolts, I bent, I pried, and so in these kind of circumstances, this is why we have power tools. Alright, it's day 3, we're back. We got those brackets off here, and it's time to get these lights moved. This is the inside of the wheel well. And if you notice, it looks like at some point in this Jeep's life, there has been a hole up there already for the taillights. And so I did my best to try and measure where that hole is located, and I'm going to try and drill it from the other side and just reuse that same spot for the new location. These by far were the hardest part of this project, at least this prep part, to get this bumper on the Jeep here, for a couple reasons. One being the thickness of this plate here. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. This came like this. Some previous owner had done this. It's got this aluminum plate, and then it's got this stainless steel plate you see right here, and then it's got the original body. So that right there is like a ½ inch thick of just metal, right, and different materials, which provided to be a challenge by itself. The first challenge was this aluminum diamond plating on both sides. I have that side installed already. So this aluminum diamond plating, I don't have the proper blades to cut through aluminum. I guess I probably could have gotten a hole saw, but I was just trying to use the tools I do have. I have a jigsaw, right? And the jigsaw blade gets really gummed up with this aluminum. It doesn't cut aluminum well at all. So what I ended up doing was using my grinder, and by using that grinder I was able to cut. It does clog up the grinder blade, but by using the grinder I was able to cut through it. It didn't clog it up quite as bad, and it kind of melted through the aluminum, because aluminum melts pretty low temperatures. So I melted through the aluminum till I saw the steel, right? And then I got that aluminum plate off, pulled that off there. Then I have these extra 2 pieces of metal. Stainless steel is always a pain to work with. It's really hard metal. It's hard to drill through. You need some carbide like tools, carbide drill bits to get through that, which I don't have. I'm using titanium, so I definitely ruined a few of my drill bits, but whatever, I'm through it. And then beyond that, I got the original steel body. And so I used my grinder, got the aluminum out, and then I used my jigsaw to cut through the stainless steel and the original body. So here you can see the results of trying to cut through all this. Like, I got that aluminum plate, I got the body. Look how thick that crap is. I don't know. Pain. Broke many blades, clogged blades up with aluminum, and of course I ruined some of my drill bits, but we're through it. Pain in the butt, but we're ready. So let's get those lights installed and wrap up this prep stage of the project. So the original backup light here for these Jeeps only has 1 wire going to it, which is a little different. If you notice, this one here has got 2 wires, right? It's got the ground and the power wire. So the housing of this actually is grounded to the body, and then just the power wire comes to it from the transmission, or however it works. When you put it in reverse, it turns the light on, right? So what I ended up doing on this other side over here is I just put a connector on the ground wire, and then I'll end up actually connecting it to the body, kind of like the original, right? I'll just connect it to one of these bolts that I use on the housing, which grounds that, and then I got the power wire. So and with just that 1 wire coming through, obviously I'm just going to splice this into the wire that's connected to this light, which is working, and that's the wire that came from the original location. So yeah, so we put this connector on, ground it, and give it power, and lights work. Alright, it's finally done. As you can see, the lights work. I love these new tail lights. They're super bright. I'll never have a problem seeing what is behind me in the dark. So make sure you subscribe and keep an eye on the channel for the next video, where I will be retrofitting this bumper onto the '73 Jeep.